to 5. We will go into a second one. However, these two have met before in the upper bracket finals. It seems to happen a lot in double limbs. Like, you'll see the two upper bracket finals guys play each other again, more often than not. But we'll see how that goes.
And I gotta say, these spawn positions, once these guys figure things out, or figure where each other are, I wouldn't be surprised to see some air play, maybe some Hellion drops in the back, maybe some Cloak Banshee openings. That's just such a short air rush distance and just long ground rush distance. We could be seeing something like that. It could also shape up to be a huge macro game as well, just because the expansions are much easier to take in these positions.
Yeah, absolutely. But we did see from their first couple of games, it was more about the STC had a tighter build order and punished more timings than Select. You seem to be a little bit more aggressive than Select as well. Usually, actually a lot more aggressive than Select in every single matchup. So, I think we're going to see the same thing again. Like, why would you change something that works? I think if anything changes, it'll be on Select's end. He does have a lot more games under his belt for today, so he's got a little bit more practice as the STC is coming off a little bit of a break. We'll see how we go.
Yep, and Select's getting his gas much earlier than oGsThesTC. I think OGS is looking to take an expansion right after Barracks. Yeah, Barracks is... Oh, no, never mind. Where did he spend his money? Oh, no, Orbital Command Center, of course. So we're going to see what happens with that. He still has not taken his gas.
He's taking his... Yep. Whoa, I think my game just all tapped. There we go. Oh. So, yeah, he's taking his gas. With no gas yet from the STC, we're probably going to go for a fast command center, like we've seen him do recently.
Yep.
He seems to have it down pretty well to have just the amount of units to stop any kind of one-base play that we've seen from Select in the last set.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised. There we go. There it is. And so we do have a factory down for Select as well. So pretty much identical to their first series that they played together.
So yeah, definitely OGS going to go for a macro route while Select goes right up the tech tree. And this is actually, taking this expansion is going to make Select make a choice. He's either going to play the economic catch-up game, or he's going to continue with his tech route and maybe try to do some earlier damage on oGsThesTC. However, either way, it's Select's move now after STC has taken this expansion.
Yeah, definitely. So we got 2 more racks being thrown out, 3 more racks being thrown out for the STC. He's shown some great control with drops and being very annoying to Select in the last few games. He's been very good at his multitasking too. Like, he'll be dropping in the back, he'll be attacking the natural from the right, he'll be attacking natural from the left. It's just insane. It's very hard to keep up with him even when you're not playing the game. So I definitely feel for Select right there.
5 racks is total. I've actually seen Slayer's Boxer do this in a game versus Liquid Jinro. I think it was just a ladder game of a replay I casted, but yeah, Boxer made amazing use. Mass Barracks is no gas until like 8 minutes into the game or something crazy like that, going off of 8 racks, I believe, off 2 base. This is exactly the same build I'm seeing for oGsThesTC, so we're going to see how well this works out. Select has gone for the Hellion route, so Hellions could easily cook those Marines. However, he's going for the Starport, making me think that he might be going for a drop, however, without Blue Flames. We're going to see, though. oGsThesTC is going to scout this Hellion, so he knows that, well, he doesn't know too much because a lot of builds open with just 1 Hellion. He didn't see that second Hellion, though. And we do have a Banshee coming out for Select. However, he's going to be in for a surprise when he sees this many Marines being pumped out.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hellion not going to be as effective as you'd like versus this many Marines. We do have, 3 more Hellions up on the top of the ramp with a bunker there, so we will be able to... STC needs to be careful not to run too close to that ramp, otherwise he might get picked off a little bit. The Banshee is almost done. Cloak on the way as well. The downside to this is if the STC gets bunched up too much, these Hellions could just absolutely melt all these units. And here we go, the Hellions coming out, doing some nice damage on the Marines, but wow, the Marines did a lot more damage. Oh, so many of them are on like 2 health. And here we go, more Hellions coming in to actually clean up. But nice spread by the STC at the bottom of that ramp. I'm not sure whether that's intentional or not, but regardless, it's still really good.
Yeah, and these Marines just getting cooked alive by the Hellions for Select. I gotta say, good little defense by Select, completely wiping out all the Marines from oGsThesTC. Now OGS doesn't have that many Marines left. But again, this is ridiculous. Oh, wait, hold that thought. Banshee in the back of the base for oGsThesTC. It's got 5 kills to his name now, 6 kills, taking out 1 more Marine. Great micro by Select. I remember him doing some great micro in one of the previous games against the Terran.
And a Hellion in the natural. Oh, it's actually been surrounded by SCVs. Oh my god, he almost got killed by SCVs. A little bit of a misstep there.
Getting
He's still
killed by
microing
SCVs.
this. He's still microing. Oh, and the Banshee goes down as well. But great play there. He's actually evened out the worker count, 24 to 24 with that harass. And I think he's going to make his expansion now. There he goes.
Second Banshee now on the way for Select. Gonna move right up into oGsThesTC's base, and this Banshee does have Cloak on it. However, there's just one turret not quite up. Banshee doing a lot of damage to the Marines. However, it's got to be wary of the scan. Let's see if there's any more energy. There's 2 scans available for oGsThesTC to use. Not going to waste that right now. There we go. That's the 1 scan going down once he gets his Marines in position. Banshee going to easily escape that, though. 2 Hellions now running the main base of oGsThesTC. The Hellions are going to help a lot versus these Marines. There we go. Oh, second scan going to try to take out the Banshee. It gets the Banshee, and these Marines should be able to take out this Hellion without taking too much more damage. So yeah, Marines doing a great job. Just pure Marines taking this very nicely defended. Second Banshee, though, coming into the base of oGsThesTC, trying to put on more hurt.
Yeah, the expansion for Select is only just going up, but he's dropping further and further behind in the economy here. But his Banshee's doing a really good job. There's another one in the main now. He's running out of energy, though. His Cloak's about to run out, doing a lot of damage. There goes the scan.
There.
Oh, nicely done by the SCC. Takes that out pretty much instantly. And so many Marines for this guy. He's only just now getting some add-ons.
Yeah. And it's about 10 minutes in the game, and he's finally getting his factory up and running. He's getting his upgrades going on the engineering bay as well. Select, on the other hand, getting his barracks production up and ramping as well. He's getting some siege tanks out, and his natural expansion is now just going down.
Yep. So we're looking at pretty evenly so far. We do have siege tech coming out for Select. No factory at all yet. Oh no, we do have a factory. There it is. Starport as well for the STC. As this Banshee's still trying to hang out and try and get some kills.
Looks like the STC is moving fast to the natural expansion of Select. There's only 1 bunker trying to hold things off. Meanwhile, Banshee in the natural expansion of OGS, picking off these SCVs that are trying to build stuff, might even get this reactor. And while that's happening, oGsThesTC is moving in with a stim, trying to take out the bunker. Not a wise move there. Bunker just completely soaking up all the damage, and the Hellion just ripping apart those stim Marines. Meanwhile, what's happening with this Banshee in the base? Got 6 kills already on it, and doesn't look like oGsThesTC is doing anything about it at this point. Now sending 3 Marines, lifting the factory for more easy access to that Banshee. Going to be able to usher that one away. But getting 8
we have another
kills.
Banshee in the main though, but Select hasn't noticed that it's up against a turret.
Oh,
actually
man.
lost it. But not what he wanted to happen right there.
Yeah. Miss rally pointed or misclick probably. So yeah, that was some crazy insane action. A little bit of mistake from either player. I think Select came out ahead in that just because one of his Banshees that's still floating above the natural expansion of oGsTC has 8 kills to its name, and OGS wasted a lot of Marines trying to break a bunker in the front of Select's base.
Yep, definitely. So these Banshees are doing really well, but they're also being picked off very, very easily by the STC. I don't think they're causing him as much annoyance as he'd want.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Now we got some medevacs being loaded up for oGsThesTC. Gonna try probably a backdoor drop. And just to note, I said Select might have had the advantage. However, he is actually 20 food behind oGsThesTC. But I think that's just because of this insane Marine pump coming in from our yellow Terran player. Now we have the medevacs dropping in. Not gonna drop in the smoke. Gonna go right up, heads on Rambo into the main base of Select. And Select does not have a lot to deal with this. His siege tanks are outside his base right now. He's losing a lot of SCVs already to these stim Marines, and now Marines going up. These siege tanks manage to cover most of his base, but the left side of his base is very, very exposed to these Marines. Yeah,
there we go. Sieges are going up, but he's just been able to pick off 1 tank and just back off. There are 2 Vikings there, so unfortunately... Oh, he's got 6 health on one of them. He's trying to get his medivacs away, but I think these Vikings are going to intercept him. It's
juked. Oh,
unfortunately, Oh wow, he actually did get most of his units off. I thought they were all going to drop to that, but that's alright. We got more units from Select coming in. Maybe finishing him off. But really, the STC has a third base now. He's up 54 to 36 workers. He has more production facilities. I think it's going to be a very uphill climb for Select right now.
Yeah, definitely. During that, like you said, getting this third expansion up, and this Hellion not being able to cook the SCV, actually trying to take out the command center all by itself. Not going to be able to do that. I think if he targeted the SCV, it would have been much, much better. And Select's got to now try to do some pressure, try to play the catch-up game. He's running in sort of in single file line, just getting completely ripped apart by oGs's forces. Now moving back to the range of the siege tanks, going to be okay now. And it looks like Select is trying to get up his third expansion and try to play, sort of get on even footing with his opponent. However, we're seeing a huge engagement here in the middle of the map. Neither player really wants to move into each other's siege tanks. However, oGs, the STC, is actually never mind. I was gonna say something, however, he just did something that counteracted what I was just gonna say. So, take it away.
Yeah, no worries. So we do have some tanks here not really out of position, but all vulnerable to these Marines. If Select notices, it looks like they're just squaring off here for the both of them. We got more and more tanks being spewed out by the STC. He's also getting an armory to upgrade those weapons. He's actually coming around for a flank with these Marines and one Marauder on the right, which could be very, very dangerous. We're looking at 98 supply for Select. This is 140 for the STC, and he's still up about almost 20 workers as well. He hasn't had his third upgraded up yet. He's built it, but it's still flying over. On the other hand, the STC's third is completely saturated, and he's got broken gas building.
We're seeing a huge flank coming in on Select's troops. Marines coming in from the back, tanks coming in from the front. Select's going to be stuck here and with no way to retreat. He's got to win this battle here, and he's not going to be able to. Cleaning out the Marines from the back, well done. However, the tanks and the Marines from the front just overwhelmed that small little position from Select. Now Select's forces are just completely whittled down, and his third base is about to get under assault here by these 5 tanks. Can't count.
Alrighty, so he's actually running in a tank fire there. A little bit of a misstep. Lots of Marines being chewed out. I think these tanks might actually be finished off. Oh, nicely done by Select, running the Marines right up to the tanks. Can't really do much damage, and even when they do, they're doing a lot of splash to each other. Select will be able to finish these guys off as he drops the Viking down to finish off the tanks. Nicely done. But at the same time, he's got a little elevator drop here in the main with tanks on the bottom of the cliff. And we're looking at 73 workers to 47 now, and he's just overpowering them by the looks of it. Losing production facilities is not what Select needs right now.
Yeah, Select maybe thought that taking out the forces at his third expansion was the end of that battle, but oGs, the SCT, he just attacks you from 8 different directions at the same time, in this case too. But anyways, just taking out the production facilities in the main base with the siege tanks for support on the low ground, elevating the troops, like you said, into the main base. Select's got to once again deal with this now.
Yeah, it's a nice positioning war between these two guys, but we're looking at 158 supply for the STC, 88 for Select. It's not looking good for him. He's also 30 workers down. Ooh, very dangerous. And the STC is also taking a 4th base over at the top corner. And we also have Marines coming in at the at the third base for Select as well, with more elevators being moved up. He's just moving tanks up one at a time, and Select calls GG. So the STC takes 1-0 lead in this best of 5. We'll see what map choice we get from Select.